いません。こちらへ来てください。動けなくて。
I hear a reply from within the darkness. I take up my flashlight, leave my bag at the door, and step inside. The furniture is scattered all over the place like it was in my room. Several pillows and countless floorboards are broken, allowing the cold air into the house. I carefully choose my footing so I don't step through a collapsed area, and I head to the back of the house. A Christmas tree lies on the ground, and decorations made from coated paper are either stuck to or dangling from the wall. I hear a voice from a side room and turn my attention to that direction. Another voice quickly repeats the same thing. It seems they're together. She's talking in a strange way, inappropriate for the situation. Is it a child? As I think to myself about this, I make my way there. A girl is standing in the center of the room. She's wearing achromatic clothes and just stands there. Her face is well featured, like an artificial product. She looks composed, as if she doesn't see the situation of her room. Her eyes are staring at the flashlight. Her eyes aren't focused. Her hollow expression and her slender figure make her look like a ghost. The room around her looks horrific. The ceiling has collapsed, and I can see the ceiling of the second floor from here. All the contents from the room above have dumped down here, making a huge mess. Broken building materials have hit the drawers and TV, putting them in a miserable state. Some broken pillars protrude upwards from the ground. I call out, but she doesn't respond at all. She just keeps staring blankly at my flashlight. I hear a voice from below. I turn my gaze to see that there's another young woman by the girl's feet. She's lying face up, covered in rubble. Her black hair is scattered over the tatami as she looks up at me with pleading eyes. Her call for help was what stopped me outside. Oh shit. Yeah, I think she's dead. I walk past the girl and kneel by the woman. I smell something sweet and sour. The tatami is wet. There's probably orange juice spilled somewhere. The smell reminds me of a Christmas party. Dude, she's buried under rubble. What the fuck do you think? It's the girl behind me. I turn around, but she's staring off into space. The woman says this to me. I finally realized that the girl was the one repeating all the words until now. I thought it was a younger child who had just learned how to speak. That must be why I found the girl strange. I shift my gaze off the girl who will not look at me and turn back to the woman. She's breathing wildly. Maybe she's worked up, not feeling anything. I excuse myself, then place my head sideways on her breast. I can hear her heartbeat. From there, I stare under the rubble. Given that this is a serious situation, I'm not going to joke about him putting his head on her chest. and trying to be a perv, but you know he's just trying to check for life. The debris isn't directly on her body. There's a small opening between her and the rubble. Mere chance must have miraculously saved her. She would have died instantly if this much debris had fallen directly onto her. Wow. But I can't see much in between the cracks even from this position. I put my hand on the tatami and adjust my head. I point the flashlight into the darkness while feeling the woman's softness on my ear.
助かりました。最初の揺れの時は大丈夫だったのに、ほんの今さっき余震で揺れたら、そうしたらこんなことになってしまって。
I hear a voice around in my ear. What I see using the flashlight is so strange that I can't believe what I'm seeing. I take off my glove, roll up my sleeve, and slide my arm in amid the debris. I touch it to confirm. I stick my arm in up to the elbow while my hand hits some rubble. The stacked debris makes a strange noise and sand falls down from above and hits my cheek. If the pod collapses now, we'll both die instantly. I take my time to carefully confirm. I always said it was my eyes playing tricks on me, but that turned out not to be the case. I pull my arm out and raise myself to a crouch.
本当に痛くはないんですか?
I stare at her.
挟まってる足がちょっと痛いですけれど。
Her face is pale as she replies, "It's nothing surprising."
これ見えますか?
I show her the hand I pulled out from the debris. The fuck?
ですか。すいません。さっきから目が霞んでいて、暗いしよくわからないんです。なんだか黒くなっていますか?
そうですか。
My left hand is red down to the wrist. It's covered in her blood.
どうかしたんですか?
She acts uneasily, since I've grown quiet.
僕一人じゃどうしようもありません。応援が必要です。重機もいるでしょう。
足はそんなに強く挟まっているんですか?
Chick, you just don't know. Yeah, considering it's just your leg like that, yeah, you're really, really fucking lucky. Yeah, because in Grey's Anatomy, the same thing happened to Grey's Meadows' sister. That didn't end too well.
いや、足はわかりません。それよりも、はっきり言います。金属でできた棒状のものがあなたの腰を貫通して床に突き刺さっています。
Oh shit. It's kind of like the house episode now. That didn't end well either.
触った感じ、棒ははまってしまってびくともしません。上で折り重なっているものを取り除くか、スペースを広げて棒を切断するしかないでしょう。いずれにせよ、大掛かりな準備が必要です。出血もひどいですし、急いで医師の手当てを受けないといけません。
本当なんですか? 少しもそんな感じしないのに。
She looks at the objects above her body. They're stacked on top of each other and maintain a perilous balance. It looks like it'll crumble instantly if it's shaking a bit. And a riot hidden within it is pinning her to the ground like some specimen.
私は死ぬんですね。
それはわかりません。とにかく今外に行って誰か呼んできます。もしその前に何か言っておきたいことがあれば僕が伺います。
遺言ですか。
She glares at the ceiling and bites her lip. I don't deny it or affirm and simply wait for her words.
アロエ、そこにいるの？アロエ。
The girl answers when the woman calls out.
そこにいるアロエ。
The girl called Aroe replies, without even looking his way.
アロエ、どうしてあなたはそうなの？ちゃんとお話できるようにたくさん練習したでしょ。どうしてまだそんな喋り方するの？どうして良くなってくれないの？良くなりたくないの？私はもうダメかもしれないって言うのに。
She murmurs in an agitated tone. Her eyes well up with tears. Aroe sees it, frowns as if in fear, and retreats.
あなたって。
She wipes her tears away. Her hand is shaking. She takes a deep breath before she says her next words.
すみません。取り乱してしまって。
いいえ、気になさらないでください。それより何もないなら僕は今すぐ人を。
And I try to get up
そ
when
の前に話をさせてください。
she stops me right there with a firm voice.
そこにいるのはアロエと言います。ちょっと変わったところがあるんですが、もう気がつかれていますか？
はい、大体は。
やっぱり少し見ただけでも分かってしまいますよね。最近は結構普通に見えるかなと思ってたんですけれど。
She smiles bitterly.
それで一つお願いしてもよろしいですか？申し訳ないですが。
言ってください。
その子のことが心配なんです。このまま私が死んだら、その子をどこか無事に生活できるところまで連れて行ってやってほしいんです。
Don't worry, I'll take her to Hong Kong. It's not that Sleeping Dogs
わ
reference.
かりました。万が一の時にはそうします。
ありがとうございます。
じゃあ僕は外に。
待ってください。
しかし
お願いします。おそらく助けは間に合わないでしょう。家がこのありさまなんですから。外の状況もなんとなくわかります。重機なんてとても。
She stares at me with weak eyes. I try to say something, but I can't think of anything to say. So I merely nod back to her.
あなたのお名前を教えていただけますか？
僕は天子司と言います。大学生です。
アパコさん。その子の名前はヤサカアロエです。アロエ、ここに座って。
Aroe nervously walks over and sits down at the pointed spot.
座りました。いいですか？この人の言うことを聞きましょう。
She stares at Aroe and says this with a trembling voice.
この人の言うことを聞きましょう。浜子司さんです。浜子司さんです。わかった。 ちゃんに分かったことを説明してちょうだい。わかりません。
She sighs, points at me, and explains it again.
この人の言うことを聞きます。
Aroe finally understands.
その通りよ。よくできました。その通りよ。よくできました。覚えておいてね。はい。
After hearing Aroe's reply, she looks at the ceiling and lets out a sigh. She asks me to take care of Aroe again, and I acknowledge her.
なんだか意識がぼーっとしてきました。少しずつ痛さも出てきた。なんでこんなひどい痛みに今まで気がつかなかったんだろう。嫌だな。暗くなって何も見えない。最後ってこういう感じなんですね。
Yeah, pretty much. Sucks, don't it? Come on, I'm a Reaper. The channel's named Reaper Strain. For God's sakes. It's like you have to approach death in like a certain way here. It's like nonchalantly, like, yeah, kind of sucks, don't it? It's not like in fairy tales. She sighs.
アロエ、さようなら。お姉さん、さようなら。
Aroe smiles and waves her hand. I notice something odd about her gesture. Her palm is facing her own face. Everyone shuts their mouths, and her heavy panting merges with the wind and echoes through the room. The wind has gotten stronger, and its previous crying sound more like roaring now. I'm sure it's practically a blizzard out there, making it much harder to walk in. The rumbling noise hasn't gone away. I think to myself that I won't get going as soon as I can. Then realize that it seems as if I'm waiting for her to die.
何かしてほしいことはありますか？
I break the silence and ask, but her eyes have closed and she does not answer. I sink into silence again. Her breathing slowly gets weaker. I can clearly see how time is chipping away at her life. She's moving her lips. She's trying to talk, but she probably cannot speak because there's no strength left in her body. I put my ear by her mouth. She breathes in once and speaks with all her might.
やっぱりさっきのはなしです。
Her voice sounds very
どう
thin.
いうことですか？
その子を殺してください。
What?
アロエを殺してください。やっぱり無理なんです。私以外の他の誰にもその子の面倒なんか見られない。親だって逃げ出したのに施設なんか世間の人は同情はしてくれても優しくなんかしてくれないんですよ。何も当てになりません。今まで二人でだって苦労してきたんです。それが一人ぼっちになって生きていけるわけないじゃないですか。他人はみんな残酷です。あの子を殺してください。お願いです。浜子さん、殺してください。その子を今すぐ殺してください。 めに会うのなら殺してあげてください。
Whoa, this is getting kind of heavy. Oh, wow. Oh, damn. Damn, that reviewer was right. This game is dark as fuck. Agitated. She gasps for air as she speaks.
そんなことできませんよ。
そうですね。失礼ですよね。申し訳ありません。分かっているんです。
She pauses right there. Her agitation is gone. Her empty eyes well up with tears again.
どうせならもっと早く私がそうしてあげていれば。
The end of her words trail off. She doesn't try to repeat herself and tries to say something else. It doesn't make it out of her mouth, but I think she said, "I'm sorry." She then quietly closes her eyes. I wait a while. Neither her eyes nor her mouth open again. She's silent. Her breathing stops shortly. I watch it, then take her wrist and place my ear in her chest. Her body is still warm, but her heartbeat is missing. It's strange to touch a human body that doesn't make any sounds. She's warm, but she's dead. I join my hands in prayer. I take hold of the flashlight. I set it against the wall. I see a bag nearby. It's full of things, so she probably packed it so they could leave and take refuge. I pick up the bag and carry it on my shoulder. I stand up and look at Aroe. She's opening a notebook that's hanging by a string around her neck. The notebook has many pictures in it.
行こ
Aroe doesn't react to my words, but she
お姉さん、コーヒーください。コーヒーが飲みたいです。
looks at a picture of a cup of coffee and says this.